Hello everybody, welcome back to a World of Warship Blitz, a second Belfast review. I don't know if people have seen my last review, or my next review, depending on which order I upload these. We had quite a successful game in the Bay of Storms. In this game, we see the other side of the Belfast. So in the last game, I became most valuable player with 192 main battery hits. This game doesn't quite go as well, but still, we won't spoil too much of the surprise. So here I am moving in behind this Akazuki to help provide some covering support. So he's heading for A cap. It looks like our fleet's gradually heading this direction. Oh no, they're concentrating on B and C, so it's just us to grab this. So he slips inside. I start to slow down at this point, I think. Head off. And then the cap counter stops. That's no good. Head inside and start turning back into it. Because my guns are all facing out to the left. So I have to turn to the right. Otherwise I spend most of the time just watching what's going on. Now this is a problem. We have a cruiser. I've loaded up HE. Which isn't the most efficient. And I think at some point I might actually make the selection to the better. Oh, that's not a good look, is it? And this is where the game starts to get a little bit rough for me. So he's going to fire his torpedoes. I'm already turning away. I'm not sure what he's shooting at. Might have panic fired. So I see if I can get him. And because he's a destroyer and my job's to kill destroyers, and we kill a destroyer, which is wonderful. However, now we have a problem because we have basically two full health cruisers, a McHale, whatever that is, and the Wichita. So this is a view that I get every now and again when I overextend in my other mainline British cruisers, which is me seesawing away from an enemy who's firing, trying to knock the last couple of thousand of health off. So, yeah, we try and seesaw, basically heading straight in or heading straight away is the hardest targets, and just a little bit of rocking backwards and forwards. Now that island provides cover from that guy. He is firing at someone else. So I basically try and keep cover between myself and that Russian cruiser, or the Wichita. Yeah, well, there's nothing like shooting at someone to make yourself a bit of a target. Oh. So I'm down from 4,000 to 700 health, and I've managed to get my smoke off. And I only need another 18 seconds worth of cover before I can heal back up to probably around about 4,000 health, 400 health at the moment. So just got to keep hoping I get away. I should probably stop firing because I actually have very good concealment, and if I hadn't fired on the other side of that smoke I probably would have been fine. But as it is, the Wichita has short range guns. The Russian has probably lost sight of me. And yeah, it's time to get out of Dodge, and fortunately for this aircraft carrier, he's obviously seen what's gone on and decided to do the same thing. Interestingly enough, our destroyer, that Akazuki in the A-cap, has survived and is having a picnic, always keeping A-cap covered.
I appreciate it.
One of our cruisers managed to find the aircraft carrier, so if we hadn't had such a competent team here, I think I would have been in a little bit more trouble. But as you can see, I've managed to get myself back up to 4,000 health. And yeah, and here come the cruisers. They're the only two ships that are left. Two cruisers that spend their time knocking a couple of thousand health off a Belfast. Aren't doing a lot of other work. So, there's nothing like letting people know where you are, but as you can see, we pop the smoke. And the smoke on the Belfast is, well, quite persistent. So, yep. So there's no point in letting either of those guys think that they're not loved. So give the second guy a bit of a burst. Or I might actually get a kill here. Probably not, because I think a lot of those shells. Oh, it was me. I thought a lot of those shells belonged to someone else. And that Wichita, if I'm outside of his range, my range, then I'm outside of his range, and I should probably turn back in. But with 33 seconds left, what looks like a cruiser and a battleship having a go at him, there won't be a lot to turn back into, and that's the Belfast. So in the last game that I did, the Belfast did 192 hits for 60,000 worth of damage. Here we were only firing with half our guns. We're running away in panic for 29,000. And let's see how many hits we did. We definitely were not the most valuable player. We were the most eligible target, 88 hits, but 2 sunk, which is good. Hope you enjoyed it. Hello everybody, welcome back to a World of Warship Blitz.